The International Criminal Court has issued arrest warrants for Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu and Israeli Minister of Defense Yoav Callant for war crimes committed in the Palestinian territories. ICC Prosecutor Karim detailed the offences in a statement stating that the warrants for Netanyahu and Callant are being issued for crimes committed against Palestinians since October 8th, including the starvation of civilians, willfully willful killing, intentionally directing attacks against a civilian population, extermination, and other inhumane acts.
ICC noted that the war crimes were committed in the context of an international armed conflict between Israel and Palestine and a non-international armed conflict between Israel and Hamas.
The crimes include starvation of civilians as a method of warfare, willfully causing great suffering, serious injury to body or health or cruel treatment, willful killing or murder, and intentionally directing attacks against a civilian population, as well as crimes against humanity of extermination and or murder, persecution, and allegations of crimes of committing other inhumane acts.
According to the prosecutor, the evidence to support the offences were derived from interviews with survivors and eyewitnesses, video, photo, audio material, satellite imagery, and statements from the alleged perpetrators.
We have reached that conclusion based upon interviews with survivors, many eyewitnesses, experts, from satellite imagery, statements from Israeli officials, including the 2 individuals subject to the present application, as well as based upon several hundred authenticated videos, photographs, and audio recordings, many of which were taken and shared by victims and eyewitnesses themselves.
The ICC, based in The Hague, has been investigating Israel's actions in the occupied territories for the past 3 years.
Today, we underline, in the clearest possible fashion, that international law and the laws of armed conflict apply to everyone. No foot soldier, no commander, no civilian leader, no one can act with impunity. Nothing on earth can justify willfully depriving human beings, including women and children, babies, the old and the young, of the basic necessities required for life.
Israel has continued its brutal attacks on the Gaza Strip despite a United Nations Security Council resolution demanding an immediate ceasefire in the enclave.
And I insist that all attempts to impede, to intimidate, or to improperly influence the officials of this court cease immediately. My office will not hesitate to act pursuant to the provisions of Article 70 of the Rome Statute if such conduct continues and persists.
More than 35,000 Palestinians have since been killed, the vast majority of whom are women and children, and over 79,000 injured. More than 7 months into the Israeli war, Gaza lay in ruins amid a crippling blockade of food, clean water, and medicine.
During the 7th of October attacks in Israel, and in relation to the large-scale bombing that has caused and continues to cause so many civilian deaths and injuries and so much suffering in Gaza.
Israel is accused of genocide at the International Court of Justice, which has ordered it to ensure that its forces do not commit acts of genocide and take measures to guarantee that humanitarian assistance is provided to the civilians in Gaza. Salma Salim, The Muslim Insight.